Today, I am making Valentine's Day cookies. I'm using my grandma's sugar cookie recipe. To a bowl, add 1 stick of softened butter, 1 cup of sugar, then mix it with a fork till it's smooth. Add 2 eggs, then mix it again. You don't have to mix in between all these steps, but it makes it easier to mix in the flour. Then put in 2 1/4 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Then mix it with a fork till most of the flour is combined. I like to take it out of the bowl and knead it with my hands till it becomes smooth. It makes it easier to roll out. I got my pans ready by lining them with parchment paper. Then I preheated my oven to 350. I had to move the oven rack because I was baking bread on the bottom shelf. Sometimes I will chill the dough. It does make it easier to roll out, but I did not do that today. Lightly flour your counter. Grab a piece of dough and start rolling it out with your rolling pin. Add extra flour on top as you need so it doesn't stick. Once it's rolled out, grab your cookie cutters and start cutting. I took this hand cookie and folded the 2 middle fingers down to make an I love you one. Depending on the size, you'll need to bake them between 6 and 9 minutes. For the icing, I use powdered sugar and milk. I keep going back and forth between powdered sugar and milk until I have the consistency that I like. You want it to be thin enough to still move, but thick enough to where your spoon will stand up straight in it. I had to add more powdered sugar. I like to add white food coloring when making white cookies. Here is a picture of with food coloring and without. It makes it much more bright. Then I made the other bowl light pink. I started by icing the envelopes first because they're the only ones that are going to need details. Then I did all the hearts light pink. After I was done with all the light pink hearts, I added more food dye for the kissy cookies. This was dye-free food dye, so it turned it purple and I had to go get a different food coloring. It doesn't have to be perfectly red because we are going to cover it with sprinkles. I was dipping it, but then remembered it was easier to use a spoon and just scoop it on. I like to knock the excess sugar off with the back of the spoon on the back of the cookie. For the I love you hands, I just took the same pinkish red and painted the fingernails. Then I dipped them in the sprinkles to make them look sparkly. By the time I was done with all the cookies, the white ones were hard and ready for the details. I added a little bit of extra powdered sugar to make this icing thicker. Then I just piped down a little V for the top of the letter. And for the bottom, I piped down a V, but without the point because it's like behind the other point. Then, after all that dried, in the middle I piped on a little heart, like a stamp seal thing. And covered it with the red sprinkles. And shook off the excess in a bowl. Here's the final result. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming along with me today, and don't forget to like and subscribe.